Hello and welcome to Words Out. Today's topic is comparatively serious and needs attention. Today's topic is brave men of Reddit that have had an adult circumcision for health or personal reasons. What was your experience and do you have any regrets?
Story 1.
Got mine at 23 due to social pressure. Honestly regret it. Sex isn't the same for me anymore and I don't truly orgasm anymore like I used to. The male foreskin is full of a lot of nerves that make sex all the more pleasurable. Now at 28, whether I jay off or have sex, it just feels like I'm going through the motions. My head is also less sensitive now, so it takes forever for me to come. So unless you need to get one for health reasons, don't. It's not worth it. Just keep your pee clean and do your own research as to why circumcision became a thing.
Story 2.
Had it done due to phimosis. I worked retail at the time and so moved around a lot. I actually bought an athletic cup to keep it in place and protect it. It worked shockingly well. With that, I was moving full speed within a few days. The worst thing was, well, not being able to do anything for a few weeks. Edit, some regrets, but it had to be done.
Story 3.
Surgery was pretty straightforward. Recovery was shockingly practically painless. I regret nothing.
Story 4.
I would say that recovery time is insanely long. I was back at work after 3 days, and that was plenty of rest time. The only discomfort I remember having was sometimes if I was going to pee at a urinal and I wasn't super careful, my sutures could drag a little bit on my underpants when I was taking my pee out. And I did do a lot of research on the surgery beforehand. But that's mostly just because I wanted to have an idea of what I was getting into. I was in the military at the time, and rather than paying for the surgery myself and choosing my own doctor, I had it done for free at the Naval Hospital.
Story 5.
Lots of reasons, I guess. Hygiene. Under normal circumstances, it's easy to stay clean either way, circumcised or not. But I was a US Marine, and during field ops and deployment, there were times that I wouldn't get to shower for several weeks at a time. That complicates things. Body shame, I guess. In school, I was the only boy in my class that wasn't circumcised, and I grew up feeling othered or whatever because I was different from everyone else. Plus, as a teen, had heard girls talking about how gross uncircumcised PPS are. So yeah, I was embarrassed by it. I had tons of anxiety about it, honestly. On top of that, I'm Jewish. My family wasn't observant and my mom was kind of a hippie and didn't approve of circumcision. So my brothers and I didn't have it done. But I started being more actively Jewish when I moved out of my parents' house, and so that just made me wish even more that they had just done it when I was a baby. And frankly, I was on active duty, and I figured that if I was ever going to get circumcised, I might as well do it when I can get it done for free and I had unlimited paid sick leave. So yeah, I had plenty of reasons to want to do it and basically no reasons not to. Glad I did it.
Story 6.
I'm probably in the minority of guys who chose to get it done as an adult but had no medical issues. I did it just for aesthetics, but I've been able to see both sides. For sex, the difference isn't much, maybe a 10% reduction in feeling but nothing crazy. Masturbation though is not nearly as good as before I was cut. I'm talking like a 70% reduction in pleasure from that. All in all, I'm not upset I made the decision. I still like the way it looks, but I really wish doctors told me the impact it would have on masturbation. I definitely wouldn't do it to my kids though, knowing the difference it makes in pleasure.
Story 7.
Had mine done at 26 alongside a radical inguinal or chiectomy for testicular cancer. The healing process was pretty terrible for me. Feels like your dick is going to tear itself apart every time you get an erection, and that lasted for 2 to 3 weeks. Not being sexually active for like 6 weeks was also pretty terrible. I have no regrets now that I'm healed up though. I struggled with recurrent balanitis before, and for the first time in my life haven't had the pain of dealing with that at least once a month. Girlfriend also loves it, thinks it looks much prettier, and is always squeaky clean, which is great for surprise oral. There was some loss of sensation, and initially I found it a bit harder to come, but I'd also just had the cancer surgery, which can't have helped. Now that I'm fully healed, there's pretty much no difference for me sensation-wise, and daily life is like 1000% better. No regrets at all besides not having it done sooner so that I didn't spend like 10 years suffering with balanitis.
Story 8.
Had it done due to phimosis. Doctors largely steered me away from having a plasty as they said so many people are unhappy with the look of it. Everything was better before circumcision and I wish I'd have tried other options. Orgasms aren't the same as good.
Story 9.
Had mine done 6 months ago at age 42. Had been struggling for 15 years with issues but hadn't realized what the root cause or fix was. Those issues are gone. Now, there are other issues. I'm still early on, so feeling neurological pain generally and during specific moments. Am working with surgeon to try and resolve. Happy to have had it done, not happy with the impact, but it is better than what I had before. Worst thing is I caught an infection in hospital which has activated an autoimmune disease, making me unable to do much right now.
Story 10.
I had it for health reasons when I was 31. 3 years ago now. The procedure was painless, the recovery was a little long, and after recovering everything works great. It did take some time to get used to it, but after a few months everything just feels normal. As an added bonus, it looks much nicer too. I guess for me the only regret is not doing it any sooner. I'm very happy I made the decision and very happy with the result. Thanks for watching, do leave a like and subscribe. This was Words Out and see you in the next one.